Good morning. It's the 31st of October today. Starting off in the greenhouse I've just finished cleaning. It's basically the start of the season apart from the leeks, which I started a month ago, which you have seen on previous posts. Never mind, what I'm going to do today, just show you how we've prepared the greenhouse. This greenhouse has heating in it.
John.
Alright.
It's nice and clean in there.
It is, yeah, right. Just a pal passing the end there. I'm going to start setting onion seed today, onion seed for the heavyweight classes, but I'll just show you what we're doing in the greenhouse and how to prepare yourself for a good season ahead. I'm going to carry the tripod around. First of all, I spent about a week in this greenhouse cleaning it out. It's quite a large greenhouse, it's 50 foot by 12 foot as you can see. It's fully equipped with lights, heating, fans. It's a pretty good greenhouse. I built this with a friend, Joe Keeler and myself. We put this up. It was a prototype of a one that I had before, which another good pal built when we built the house here. It has a trench in the middle. This is actually a soil bed. We grew tomatoes in here this year, and then side benches, which we can see all the way down both sides. I have a sand bed on that side, which is there's 100 foot of heated cable in there, and that's for setting seed away. Anyhow, I'm just going to show you around the greenhouse. We'll go along here. All the glass and everything's all been washed down, cleaned out. Everything was removed out of the greenhouse and some of it's been put back in. I had a wasp's nest in here, had a bit of a problem. Managed to clean out as much as I could, but my wife managed to get me a couple of smoke bombs from the local hardware store. As you can see, there's a few dead flies and wasps around here. Odd little wood lights that's come out of the timber. So we've set the smoke bombs after sterilisation the rest of the place. Set the smoke bombs away. A big dead moth there. So that's helped to clean the greenhouse out even further after all the washing. New coverings been put on the benches, compost in ready. Take nothing to chance. The water barrels have been emptied and refilled. As we can see, this is filled up ready. What I always do to start with, and as we can see in here, the first watering of the year, I put 100 mils of Domestos into a 45 gallon drum. It's just to make sure there's no bacteria in the barrels at all. Half fill that drum with water, which gives me double strength Domestos, so it's really about 5 mils to a gallon. And I'm now going to water the sand bed. It's brand new sand that's on that heated bed, but I'm going to water that with the Domestos solution just to make sure there's no creepy crawlies or insects in there. We'll just go along. As you can see, this is fairly strong Domestos. It smells lovely. Right, we'll go along to the sand bed. And we'll just go along the entire bed, giving it a good watering. I keep the bed moist once I actually start setting away because it helps to move the heat better than dry sand. So, and also you don't want your roots coming through, well, they'll not come through onto dry sand, whereas they will onto moist sand. I can smell that Domestos as we're going. So this is a good Domestos solution. I will go right through the bench, do the whole lot. Any wood lice or creepy crawlies that's in there with the Domestos, they'll sharp come out, and you're starting off on totally clean. Right, I'll not bore you doing the whole lot, so just leave that there. Right, setting onion seed. This is my own stock. I'll just set the tripod up there and I'll move it down. I've prepared everything. Prepare yourself a watering tray for seeping the water in, for seeping the trays of compost in. These are 20 packs. As you can see, they've been filled up ready. They have been placed in the water for about an hour to soak up the water they need, and I'll leave them to drain for one day. Raining quite heavy there now, it's not a very nice day. I did these seed early on this morning. I just dropped 2 or 3 seed into each station, into the 20 holes, and then I've covered with vermiculite, and they'll be given another watering. So we'll just do few more. As I say, this is my own seed which is rubbed out. A lot of lads around the country get this seed and do very well with it. Right, hope you can see this. Basically just come along, tap the packet, and there it goes. If everything's prepared, it certainly doesn't take long. I used to dress my seed in benlate. Benlate's off the market now, so I don't have a dressing, but I do use fungicide as soon as they start to emerge, trying to prevent any botrytis or anything getting into the plants later on, or any damping off. Sometimes you get too many in a hole, you can just pull them out, it doesn't really make any difference. That will be dressed off with a light grade vermiculite. Just a homemade scoop here. Hope you can see this. So I don't cover with compost. You can do, I mean there's no difference, but the vermiculite does a good job for me. I always use vermiculite. They're ready to be very gently watered, and as we can see, that's how we set those ones. I do more seed along here. These trays, again, these have been already prepared. This is just a general seed tray. Now I do use a lot of clover professional compost, and I have been setting leeks away in clover seeded modular compost. I know a lot of people can't get it, so what I've decided to do in here with these is just to use clover multi-purpose. It's not a commercial one, it's just a general multi-purpose bags which you should be able to buy at virtually any garden centre. 60 litre bag. I'm going to prop this up. We'll put some through the riddle. If I can get the, hopefully that will stand up. Right, just a quarter riddle. Any lumps break up beforehand, and then basically just put it through your riddle to get a lovely fine mixture. You will end up with a few bits and pieces left in the compost. It's not wasted. That will go into my potting mix for the leeks. I do like a coarse mixture when I'm potting up to get as much air through the roots as possible. There we are, there's a little bit of waste there. Not waste, it will go into this bin, side bin, and as I say, that will be used in with the potting mixture for the leeks. Once you've got yourself some beautiful compost, get a tray. Yep. Just fill the seed tray. Level it off. Down here. And then move the camera again. We've got a handy little tool here. This is special pop-up. It's ideal, it fits these trays perfect. Makes 60 holes. Camera down. So that goes into the compost just as such. Press it down. Lift it out carefully. Now we have a tray prepared. That will go into the water tray and it will be left for maybe 30 minutes. Once I see the holes start to fill up with water, we lift it out, put them back on the benches to drain off, like we see here, and then we'll sow some seed. It's not a very good forecast today. We're not going to have a very nice day, so I'm going to enjoy myself in this greenhouse today. Cleanliness is important. If you start off with a clean greenhouse, you should hopefully help to keep your plants clean. I'll just go through here, try to put 1 or 2 seeds in each station. 1, 2, this is a time consuming job. I shall do 1 tray. And we'll come back and look at these in 2 or 3 weeks time, see how the germination's been. I have tested the seed and it's germinating very well for me, so we'll keep our fingers crossed. Yes, I think we're in for a rainy day, and also it's forecast to be strong winds. I don't start the quality onions off until around about Boxing Day. That's always soon enough for me, and I still get a decent size. I get 22-inch onions from Boxing Day, but these ones we're looking for a few heavyweights out of them. There we are, just a minute's job. Again, we'll get a little bit perlite. Again, just a perlite. Just sprinkle it over the top. I'll water this with a very fine rose, and it will spread the perlite and it will push it down into the holes. And I would think we should see some germination certainly in 7 to 10 days, possibly a little bit sooner, because once it's on a heated cable does make a difference, and it will germinate fairly quickly. As you notice, I've got yellow fly traps right through the greenhouse. This is all the way down the greenhouse. This is just to attract any insects that come into the greenhouse. Hopefully they'll go into the fly traps before they go into my plants. I'm only sowing onions today, so I'll push on, and as I say, we'll do a revisit in a couple of weeks time, by which time I'll be starting to bring leeks up to start potting leeks on in here as well. So that's great. Thank you very much now. We'll see you later. Thanks. Bye bye.